All right, good morning, everybody. This is October the 12th on a Monday at 8 a.m., 8:10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is Charles with the Exodus Logistics Learning Center. This is another edition of today's Tidbit. So just making sure everything's aligned up. This is sponsored by the Dispatcher 101 Training for Beginners seminar, as well as the Dispatcher 101 Training for Beginners ongoing series. In addition to that, we do offer a Freight Broker 101 Training for Beginners seminar and ongoing series for those of you who are interested in learning about what it is, what are the requirements, what are the pre-requirements also of being an independent freight broker, as well as an independent freight dispatcher. Today's tidbit, once again, is dealing with the dispatcher agreement, as well as the carrier profile. What are these two documents and why are they needed? The two documents, the first document is a dispatcher agreement. This is kind of a contract between you, the independent dispatcher, and your carrier, your truck driver, or your owner operator with whom you are going to be finding loads and booking loads under. It lines up and it outlines what both parties' duties and responsibilities are. From the carrier side, the truck driver side, owner operator side, they agree to allow you to use their MC and DOT to find loads and book those loads, do all the administrative tasks involved in that via carrier packets, rate confirmations, sending other documents over to the broker to process. And they allow that by you for them for either a flat fee or a percentage for your service. And you as the dispatcher, you are responsible for finding those loads and booking those good paying loads. You are responsible for strategizing and load planning for your carriers, your owner operators, and your truck drivers. The reason why I say it like that is because my audience are those people who know very little, if anything, about being an independent freight dispatcher. So when you hear those three terms, they all mean the same thing starting out. But as you progress and grow and scale your business, you will learn that they are a little bit different. But right now, owner operators, truck drivers, carriers, they're pretty much the same for beginners. So that's the dispatcher agreement. We have in our back office for our subscription-based ongoing students, forms and documents and templates that you can use to tweak your specific dispatcher agreement for your specific independent dispatching company. Like right here, I'm not going to open it up, but for this tidbit, but it is available for our subscription-based members. The second document that is needed in the initial carrier acquisition stage of your dispatching journey is the carrier profile or the carrier preference form. The purpose of this form is this is where the carrier, the owner operator, the truck driver tells you that, you know, how they want to run, where they want to go, and how much, what's the minimum cents per mile that they will even move their truck, you know, start their truck up to go. So when you receive the carrier profile returned to you by the carrier, owner, operator, truck driver, along with the dispatch agreement, when you go book loads on the load boards or starting out or with brokers and shippers directly, you will cater that load search according to what's on the profile. So you wouldn't call the carrier back if you didn't meet all the qualifiers and the points that were made on the profile. So if the carrier said and they had a dry van equipment type, if they said they wanted $2 a mile, they don't want to go in the mountains or they don't want to go to the Northeast where the tolls are, they want to just stay in the Midwest and the Southeast, then you would cater your load search according to those specifications. So those are the two tidbits for today. The dispatcher agreement and the carrier profile are the two forms that are initially needed by you from your carrier in order to start finding and booking loads for them. There are other documents as well, and we will cover that in the next today's Tidbit edition. If you are someone who is interested in either learning about being an independent freight dispatcher or starting off as a freight broker, we offer seminar trainings. Our next seminar training for the Dispatcher 101 series will be this Saturday, October 17th, 2020 at 12 noon Eastern time. I'm trying to get at least 20 to 25 people registered by that Friday, or this Friday, I should say, the 16th. And what's included in that registration is you will get training materials. It's going to be a 1 to 2 hour, maybe 3 hour training. It's designed for people who are not members of the ongoing platform, but who are showing interest in learning how to be independent freight dispatchers. So what you get is you get training materials, a copy of the dispatcher agreement, what it looks like, a copy of a carrier profile, what that looks like. So you can use as a template for your company. You get copies of the other documents that's needed to book loads. There are 3, possibly 4, depending on if your company, if your carrier, I should say, has a factoring company. You get 3 eBooks and a glossary. You get the other training materials, and then we go over how to get carriers, number 1. If you're looking at my screen, we go over how to navigate load boards. I actually show you a load board live, and we'll enter an example from someone. I like interactive training. We go over talking to brokers. If we are fortunate enough, when we call a particular broker on a particular sample load and that broker picks up, then we will go through that process of having a dialogue with them. Going over how to complete the different packets that's involved in booking a load. What are those packets? What are the purposes of those packets? And then we go over load planning, strategizing steps you take as a dispatcher to maintain loads for your carrier. One step would be to send your carrier to areas where there is a high probability of inbound as well as outbound freight. And then another point, we'll go over number 7, invoicing your carrier, either through a factory company that you have an affiliate with, or directly invoicing them once they have delivered the load and gotten paid. So we cover that in details. We have Q&A. It is an interactive training. It is a very good way for you guys who are kind of like on the fence and starting a business, and you've happened to stumble upon this particular space, the transportation industry, and you have questions about it. This is an inexpensive way to get a lot of content and then still decide if you want to pursue this particular area of the transportation industry as an independent freight dispatcher. If you are that person and you do decide that you want to pursue it, and you happen to want to take our ongoing training, then what you pay the $99 for the seminar will be rolled into the cost of the ongoing training, which is $299. So in other words, it will be deducted from the $299. So you would just have to pay the $199. But if you do not take the seminar for the $99 and you are interested in taking the ongoing training, then that cost is $299, the regular membership. And then we have a 2-for-1 for $499, where you save $100 for 2 people joining for the price of 1. The ongoing training, 1 month after your initial enrollment, there is a $99 per month subscription to maintain access to all of our back office tools and resources, load boards, forms and documents, tools and resources, training videos. We have all of our intimate training videos in our back office. What you don't see on YouTube that has more value for our subscription-based students is in our back office. So, and as it should be, those who are benefiting more from the platform are those who are the subscription-based members. But also too, I want to make a note for those of you who've joined our Facebook group, the Dispatcher 101 Training for Beginners group. There's a large number of people in there. if you have interest in joining the seminar, that would be a good start for you as well. So this tidbit is for you guys as well. So the tidbit for today was the dispatcher agreement and the carrier profile. The dispatcher agreement is the agreement between you and the carrier to be their dispatcher, and then the profile is the carrier's way of telling you how they want their loads searched for, found, and booked. All right, and in the next episode of today's tidbits, we will go over booking a load, what are the other documents involved in that, and that whole process. Again, until next time, those of you who are kind of on the fence, you may want to consider enrolling in this Saturday's seminar training. Enroll as soon as you can so you can have the training materials sent to you. You can go over those, study those, and then any questions you have, you can bring them up in the seminar. And this is going to be a live seminar. I'm going to share my screen and we go over things very detailed. So it is an opportunity for you, for an inexpensive opportunity for you to determine if you are wanting to really pursue being an independent freight dispatcher. And we also cover numbers too. We also cover starting the business. What do you need as far as a license, EIN, LLC, stuff like that. So it's very good content for that price. So look forward to seeing you guys in there and see you on the next episode of today's tidbits. Thank you.